Hello, beautiful people. Myself, Ash. So, in this video, we are going to talk about how your attachment styles really can impact almost every area of your life. Okay, and it is true because our attachment styles are something that are with us all over our life, and they are something that we, you know, like a lens through which we see different things of our life. Okay, so attachment styles are something that there is a lens within our mind through which we really see all of our relationships, all of our, the things that we get, like almost every aspect of life. And why we do that is because we are so familiar with our attachment styles that if we are anxious, for example, if you are someone with the anxious attachment style, so what you are going to think, like, you are going to be very anxious in almost every aspect of your life. Okay, in friendships, in relationships, your job, your, anyone said you something, you are going to be, you have to just give them the answer in order to feel secure. So those are the things that really affect us in our day-to-day life. So yeah, we are going to discuss it, and then we are going to discuss that how we can really make use of our attachment styles in a better way, and how we can heal the negative aspects of them, because I really believe that, you know you can change them fully. Okay, and they're not that bad, to be honest, if we just see how to use them in our benefit and in such a way that no one is going to get hurt, you can say, or this doesn't affect anyone bad. So first of all, let's just understand, if you don't know what are the attachment styles. So the most common ones are the secure attachment style, which is, the most healthiest, the most nice one. Okay, and before that is anxious attachment style and avoidant attachment style. These are the most common ones, and mostly all of us have them, and mostly all of us have somewhere in between. Okay, like we are half anxious and half avoidant, which is also very true in many cases. Okay, so uh, let us be very brief. What is avoidant attachment style? Is something in which you are, as the name suggests, you are avoidant. Okay, you literally just let things go. Okay, you are like, okay, this happened to me, now I'm not going to do anything. Okay, I am just going to ignore the thing, and I'm going to ignore my emotion, or I'm not going to look upon that, or I'm not going to think about that. This is just bad. Everyone is bad. No one is going to support me. No one is going to be like, you know the people who are, if I am pronouncing it right, they are maybe, in books, the characters that are mostly protagonist, maybe if I'm pronouncing it right. Those are kind of characters that are so far away from the world that um all of the world seems evil to them. Okay, and they are like, now I can trust anyone, it is bad out there, so I'm going to be in the in the walls that I have drawn myself upon me. Okay, so what happened when you are an avoidant and you wanna grow in your life, and you feel like this is not helping? Okay, because it doesn't help. So you are going to be avoidant with your money. Okay, you are like, I can't achieve some of my goals, because in order to achieve them you have to work for them, and you have to just get rid of the mentality that everything bad happens to you, because this is the perception that you have made of yourself in your mind, that everything that is happening to you is bad. Okay, like things happened in your past that made you an avoidant, and now you are like that they made me avoidant, and now I can trust anyone. Listen, you are not going to trust your friends, you are not going to trust anyone, you are going to have trust issues. And believe me, if you are waiting for someone to heal your trust issues, that is also not going to work. You can't put an entire responsibility on a different person to heal something that they even haven't broken in you, first of all. And to be really honest, we really, most of the avoidants really don't see that they have this thing, that they don't let anyone be in the world that they have created for themselves. Take an example that you are an avoidant, okay, and you wanna grow in your life, and you have some goals, okay, and you are not going to, this is my personal experience, you are not going to fulfill those goals until or unless you are at your rock bottom, and you don't have any, you know, any kind of inspiration to do them. Okay, you will do them when it's really the thing that ride or die. Okay, otherwise you are like, we'll keep that for later, we'll keep that for later, we'll keep that for later. Okay, this is what most of the avoidants do. And if you are anxious, you are like, you can't rest, you are really like, I can't rest, I have to do this stuff, I have to do this stuff, otherwise this is going to happen, this bad thing is going to happen. So the thing is, we need balance, we really need balance in both of them. Not the avoidant nor the anxious is right. Okay, sometimes you have to see it in your life yourself, that what is at the moment you need. Okay, are your goals that important, that urgent, that you have to fulfill them, or you have, you don't, you can't rest? Okay, or are you in that period of life where you really have to do the work instead of resting? Okay, that way you can really get maximum of your life. And you know, like most of the avoidants and anxious, what they do in their relationships, like for example, you are an avoidant, okay, and you really wanna be like, you wanna connect to other people, and people, how can I explain this, people really wanna be your friend, they find you interesting, but you are in your own zone, and you are like, I can't trust the people because I really don't feel like opening to anyone, or things like that. Or you are really someone like, this is really for avoidance, you are not going to message someone yourself. Okay, and for anxious, you are going to message the other person 10 times a day. So what happens with the avoidant, you can create a relationship or a friendship that is really one-sided, that really have effort from only one side. And for the anxious one, you really can't create a relationship when you are that much anxious, when you are not secure in yourself, that you have to really hear from the other person 10 times a day in order to feel secure. This is not helping, this is really not helping. So what you have to do is, you know, I say this thing, that boundaries are not for other people, they are for us, that we create for us, so that we can really grow, we can really have meaningful things in our life. Boundaries are really important because we wanna have the meaningful things. Okay, we wanna protect ourselves from all the bad stuff that are out there, to have the boundaries. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are avoidant, we are going to have this boundary, that if the other person is not messaging me, then it doesn't mean that the other person have abandoned me. It means that I can also message them. This is a two-way friendship or relationship, and or any other thing. I can also message. I shouldn't be alone always. Okay, force it upon yourself that you have to message the other person. Okay, if you are anxious, force yourself not to message the other person. Get your life, secure yourself. Okay, like tell me, if you are your dream self, what would that dream self would do in situation like this? Are they really going to message a person 10 times a day? Or they are like, okay, we have this person in our life, we are nice, I really love to spend time with this person, but it doesn't mean that my life revolves around them. Okay, I can be secure, I can be, secure in myself, and I can relax, and I don't have to hear from them all of the time. Like, if there is something that they want to say, they will say it to you. That's it And when you do this step by step in every area of your life, you are going to really feel secure. Okay, you are going to feel like, and when I said that every attachment style have their own benefits, like for an avoidant, detachment is very very easy. Okay, you if you have any avoidant in your life, or if you are avoidant, believe me, they really get detached very easily. They don't follow up anyone, they don't feel like they have to follow up anyone, because it is became a norm in their life to be left alone, and it is really their comfort zone. So if you are avoidant, you know that your comfort zone is being alone. So what you are going to do is get rid of your comfort zone, because again, nothing happens in our comfort zone. We are not in the motion, and when we are not in the motion, we can grow. Okay, and if you are anxious, you know that your comfort zone is depending on other person for constant validation. Okay, so what you are going to do is get back. Okay, see that, why am I messaging this person? Is it really necessary? Why am I talking to this person? Does Is there something that I want that is lacking in myself, like attention, validation, or do I want their to feel secure in myself, that I want to hear something from them in order to feel like, okay, everything is fine. So work on these things. Okay, for anxious, that they are good at socializing. Okay, most of people find them really friendly, and for avoidance, they are not good at socializing. So this is the thing, you have to find your weak points yourself, then you have to work on them yourself. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you have any questions, you can comment, and thanks for watching.